Good day, mates. We are your set. I'm Haikal.
I'm Maddie.
As you can see, Maddie can't be with us today. He's sick and his son is sick. But it's okay. It's gonna be Ish and me today running this show. But of course, the first time was so nice. He had to do it twice. We have Mitran back.
Hi
on
guys.
this episode of Gameweek 5.
Actually, I'm getting, I'm starting not to like the invites for this episode because I don't know why every time I come to this episode, the result is just not positive. And you know, the day Ishmael messaged me, I didn't want to reply. On Instagram also messaged me, I didn't want to reply. I just said, okay, let me get over the hurdle, then I'll commit. Then, a superstitious fan.
Oh man, okay. Mitran is back to join us on this episode. Because his favorite club, Arsenal, had a very huge game. We'll go into that later on. But for now, if you guys already know or didn't know, please do subscribe, support us, and like our videos, share, comment. Man, we are on all different social medias we have. We're on TikTok, we are on Spotify, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe. The Odd Set. Man. How you guys, man? How you guys feeling this week?
I am good. Very good. Very good.
What a weird week, bro. I'm not good.
Mate, how do you feel, mate? How do you feel?
How do I feel generally about life? Or
Generally. We haven't started talking about football yet, bro.
Life is good, bro.
Life is good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit under the weather. I think Ish is also under the weather.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The season.
So, yeah.
I'm not under the weather. The weather has been good. I've been feeling great. I've been feeling pumped. Maybe not so much the results or this week's football. What do you guys think? A bit weak, I think. I feel a bit weak. I mean, there was some good score lines. I feel, but
this week, I think the number of goals were very limited, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel so? A lot of draws also.
Yeah.
The last day was all draw, lah.
All draw,
yeah. It was all draw, right? The rest of it.
Okay, talking about all draw, let's get into it. Since mid is here. Let's talk about the freshest match, which is the last match of the week. Arsenal versus Man City. Let's get into it, guys. 1-1, goal by Haaland, and then Gabriel Martinelli, yeah. How do you feel? Mate, how do you feel about the match? How do you feel about the match, man?
For me, I think the first time at Anfield, the first podcast I appeared, right? I was like, I was quite chill and then laughing. Okay, Anfield away, tough ground and all. Bro, I am boiling lah, bro. I'm really very pissed off, and I couldn't believe it. Like what I couldn't. There's nothing wrong in drawing to City lah. City is still a very very good team. There's nothing wrong, but the manner in which you go about the process that you actually decide to undertake to end up with what happened last night, I just don't think it's acceptable. And I slept over it because I usually after games I don't like to comment because you're hot, emotional, you say things and all. I slept over it. I don't think it's even any better because I just don't think it's acceptable. At home, I think the most common word and the trending word was cowardly lah. Very very cowardly, and I kind of like second that. Like it was a cowardly. This result, there's no player I'm going to pick up and say, hey, he should have done better or this person should have done. This result is fully on Mikel Arteta. He decided to start that lineup yesterday at Emirates, and that's the result that he got. And he's very lucky to come away with a point. Very, very lucky because it's supposed to be a defeat. Okay? And till the point he realizes that he can be brave. Till the point he realizes that he's ready to become a winner, ready to take the next step. I'm sorry, like I think he has let me down because I've always been an advocate for Mikel Arteta. When it comes to Arteta in, Arteta out, despite the trophies, you can ask Ishmael. I've always stood up for him. I've always said he has brought us from the mud to the land. But now I need to fly. And it has taken 5 years, and I don't think I'm going to fly this year as well. And it has reached a point where I have to ask myself, how long more am I going to be okay with this, and whether I'm okay to be like this for the coming years? And I'm really not okay. To me, I'm really not okay, because I told myself this. I told myself, yesterday's game, the lineup will show me whether this manager is ready to win the Premier League or Champions League. And I'm so sad. Even before the game started, I was telling my friends, he's not ready. There is no reason at home at Emirates against City. There's no reason a vulnerable City. A vulnerable. We're not talking about Aguero, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. No, a vulnerable City. There is no reason to start 7 defensive-minded players in your first 11. No reason. I understand for Anfield. I understand for Bilbao away. First Champions League game. I understand away from home. Yesterday, I don't understand. And Arteta better get his act fast, and quick. Because people are losing patience. And the way that he is actually treating the whole thing, the lineup especially, was a joke. For me, it was a joke. And yes, 45 minutes he acted, and some people are giving him credit. At least he acted at 45 minutes. He realized he made a mistake. Brother, you're on 15 million a year, brother. Can we go to work and make mistakes and like this? Glaring mistake.
I'll be honest, I think he doesn't realize he's making a mistake. Even though he made the changes, I get it. But I found it super, super weird. His lineup, I think Ish knows as well. Like when it comes to United, when I watch his lineup, I will know like roughly how everyone's gonna play. So I was a bit shocked as well when I saw the lineup. Before we get in deeper into this, Ish, what do you think about the game, man?
I was talking to Meet about it. Like, why are you not starting Eze in these kind of games, right?
It's mad. Yeah,
like you don't have to go full attacking, but like with the lack of Eze, then you saw the change, it happened straight away.
Yeah.
Second half, there was an attacking output on top, attacking minded player. And like, as he mentioned, the last 2-3 games, I understand you do these kind of things, but at home, where your fans are with you, any kind of touch the Arsenal takes, the whole crowd is roaring. Right? It's so pathetic to start a team with 3 midfielders like that, I feel. Because what are you defending? Honestly, you think about it, this City side, even United in the first 20 minutes, right, we got behind them like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Because they play this high line, right? I mean, later we'll talk about the Haram Ball that Pep did. Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. He was playing 9-0-1 formation.
Yeah, man. 5-5-0 or something. 5-5-0, like
it's
crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's like, but at the same time, the goal, fantastic goal, fantastic by Eze. The pickup, it was to me is one of the nicest goals. Like the run was perfect for Martinelli, and the only way you beat Donnarumma is like that. You have to put it on top of him, like in a place where he doesn't. So I'll give credits to Arsenal for Arteta for reacting in the second half, but how different would the game have been, right, if he did it in the first half? That's exactly what I'm trying to think. But you can tell me it's like in 2020 hindsight, everything is good in hindsight. But even as Mead mentioned, I don't think he's the one to bring the Premier League to Emirates.
But it's so funny why he's so scared, right, guys? Like I think, damn, being at home, Emirates, right, and then like City is hurt right now. They don't have their full squad, and Arsenal have had everyone, and I was shocked because like, why wouldn't you start off the game going hard and trying to get as many goals as possible, and then sitting back, right? So I saw the starting lineup, and I was like, damn, Arsenal fans are gonna fume, and they're gonna.
Actually, mate, I got a question for Mitran, bro.
Go for it, man.
Okay, so Maddie was in the group chat, the 3 of us, right? And he was mentioning about how he feels that the dropping of Mosquera for Saliba, who hasn't played in a while, right? because like let's be honest, right? Like this Mosquera didn't put any foot down, like any foot
Yeah.
wrong in the last few games, and his
Mm.
partnership with Gabriel was actually very solid at that point, right? So now, actually, I went to look up. Then you mentioned that Mitchell was saying that maybe because it's Haaland, right? And Saliba knows how to deal with Haaland and all that. But actually, there's only one time that they have faced each other, right? Where he managed to keep like there was a clean sheet where Haaland didn't score in only one fixture. The rest of the fixture, Haaland actually did score. So now the question I want to ask, right? Do you think Saliba should have been thrown right there or should have started Mosquera?
I think honestly, to be fair for myself, I was okay either way. Whether it's Mosquera or Saliba, both ways I was okay. The only thing that I felt was that he was I was worried Saliba might be a bit rusty. But you see, there's two ways to look at it. If it turned out very well, master stroke. If it didn't turn out well, like for example, Saliba was a bit slow
Fine
for the goal,
margins,
right?
yeah.
Fine margins, then it looks like it's so fine. I'm not you see, for this kind of things, I don't blame Arteta at all. This is squad depth. Squad depth means that you have to rotate, you need to take players out. It's tough decisions, you gotta make it. I don't really blame him. And I don't think the defeat came because of that. The defeat came because when you actually set up at the Emirates to not allow any goals to go in. You actually were that defensive, and after 9 minutes, it kind of shocked you. So so I don't think that it's a mistake. I personally would have been okay with both of them. I was okay with Saliba actually. I thought he had an okay game. Only the goal he could have been a bit closer to. The whole Timber and Saliba supposed to shape a bit more lah.
I think that goal by City, honestly, I think it was a hard work done well by Tijani Reinders. But winning the ball. Was it him who won the ball? I think he was someone else who won the ball, and he continued the run, laid it off to Haaland. Like, I was also shocked because like defensively it should have been closed. It should have been cut down because like basically your midfield that lost that ball there. So are all defensive minded midfielders. So I was shocked that they got through, right? And it was like 9 minutes in, right? So good goal. But back to Arsenal, I feel in the first half they did have some positives. I saw, Noni Madueke was on fire. I feel he's been doing well the past 2 games. He was the only one though, like really trying. Right?
I agree, bro. I sorry to cut you, but you see, the thing is that when that lineup came out, right, before the game, that means even before the game started, who else did you expect to be trying? Maybe Gyökeres, maybe Trossard, maybe Madueke, who you mentioned. So basically, you already handicapped yourself. You only got 3 outlets, and honestly, the outlets don't ooze creativity, in my opinion, lah. Okay, they are a bit of pace and power with Madueke, a bit of techie with Trossard, and then finishing with Gyökeres. Where's the creativity? You know what I mean? Like, it's so dull and boring.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the scoreline kind of tells you everything. After Haaland scored, Arsenal were trying to kind of get back in. I saw Declan trying to be creative. I saw Marino try to be creative. But it was just I don't know. It was just very weak, and that's what you expect from a defensive setup, right? Do you? I saw a few videos after the game. I think a few. I think yesterday as well. I saw a few videos, or in this morning I saw a few videos. A lot of Arsenal fans are not happy, saying how cowardly Arteta is. Do you now still feel like you guys can fight for the championship with him setting the team up like this?
No. I'll be honest with you, I think it's too difficult. I don't even know whether Liverpool are going to drop 5 points over the course of the whole season.
Man.
I really don't know because they just keep grinding out. They haven't really gelled. And this is provided given the fact that we are perfect, we have to be perfect. So I think he has shot himself on the foot, to be honest. And I don't think, I won't put my bet on him to deliver it this season. I just think that he is I'm sorry to say, like, I love the man. I really love. You can check. You can ask Ishmael and everything. I stood up for him so many times. But what he did yesterday, took away a piece of like all the love that I had for him, because he proved all the people who I used to, protect him and tell that, hey, come stand with him, stand with him. He'll get us to the promised land. And he goes and does something like that. Mikel Merino, Zubimendi works for Spain because there's Pedri with them. Mikel Merino, Zubimendi with Declan Rice doesn't work. It's an overkill. A complete overkill. All right. It's sideways passing. And I'm just so disappointed that if we didn't have anybody on the bench, I understand. You had Eze. You spent 68 million euros. The guy who scored the winning FA Cup goal for Crystal Palace against the exact same team.
Yeah.
Within few minutes of coming on, he took a pop at Donnarumma. Yes, Donnarumma saved it, but he took a pop.
Yeah.
You know what it does to the stadium? Lifts everyone. The sound goes through the roof.
Yeah, so true.
Why would you do that? Why would you do something like that in such an important game? You have to win your home games against your rivals. You have to. Liverpool did it, right? At Anfield.
Yeah.
It was going towards 0-0, but somehow they did it. You have to do it. So I don't think he's going to do lah. I mean, maybe today I'm talking because I'm still so affected, but like sad about the result. Another thing I wanted to say is Mikel Arteta. I'm sure you're not watching me. You're probably thinking about how many
What do
more
you mean?
defenders to add
He
to
confirm
the
watch lah,
squad.
bro. He have to.
Oh, bro, you brought some defensive tactical class or what lah. But anyways, I wanted to say this because I saw it on through an article. Okay, if there's one team in this Premier League that can take a bit more risk going forward, can take a bit more creativity, can compromise on the central defensive midfield position, and a team that might not need that much of a double pivot is Arsenal. Because they have the best defense, right? By statistics, this is the best defense in the league. So it just it's so weird to me because, like, why do you need to be so concerned? Why do you need to be so overprotective of the defense? It makes no sense, lah. It really makes no sense.
I ask you, right? How would you? Sorry.
No, go for it.
Like you see, like I feel like Victor Gyökeres, right? So far, all the big games, right? I feel like he doesn't receive the supply from the midfield at all, right? Then every time he faces a big team or big like centre backs, right, he's always in like a defensive tussle with them. And like, how do you think this problem can be solved? Because to be honest, against the big teams, he has not really turned up yet, performed. But I think against the small teams, he can bully the left back, centre back, Like, how do you think this can?
I think you're spot on because United away, Liverpool away, and City home. These are 3 games we played, and all of it, he was poor lah. Let's just be upfront about it. He was poor. Let's not sugarcoat it. I think first and foremost, play Eberechi Eze as a number 10. Saw what he did for Martinelli's goal? I'm not like coming up with new stuff, like Arteta, like, come on. You saw what he did? Who will do it? Merino will recycle the ball. Odegaard will pass it left, pass it right, flick his hair, flick his shoulder, and then the ball is lost.
But then where does that put your captain then?
Yeah, so okay, to me, my captain can be dropped. For me, I feel if you're not performing, you can be dropped, bro. Being a captain doesn't give you the right to start every game. And I think Odegaard has been a shadow of himself for the last 2 seasons. I'm not talking about 2 games. I'm not talking about 2 months. I'm talking about 2 full seasons. He has been underperforming. Drop him. What happened when you dropped Martinelli? What is happening now? Look at how he's performing. There's a fire in the belly. That's what it creates. That's what competition does. If you're going to constantly have your favorites, like Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard, it's going to become stale and boring. Like what is happening now, you're going to become predictable. You're going to just get draws, and it's going to be, you will not be up there lah. You will not be able to compete with Liverpool.
So even if Odegaard were to come back, would you still deploy him and then Eze on the left, or would you just drop Odegaard straight away?
Can I ask you guys a question? As United fans watching as a neutral, right?
Mm.
I just don't you guys feel Rice and Zubi-Mendy itself is an overkill? I personally at home, okay, yes, away at Etihad, away Anfield, Old Trafford, all these places stuff, I understand this pivot, yes. Why can't you play Zubi-Mendy or Rice as your CDM in front of the defense and Odegaard as an 8 and Eze as a 10? Odegaard plays more as a box-to-box player.
I'll be honest with you. When I watched the game, I was bored. To be honest, you know why?
Yeah.
Why I was bored? Like what you said, there was no creativity. I don't understand why Eze wasn't used now that Odegaard is injured. Um, I mean that guy can he playing for Palace. He could change the moment of the game just like that, and he can do something. So I was really shocked, and I was really, to be honest, bored because like I expected Arsenal with the squad that they have to whip Man City, man. Like I fully expected that. I fully expected them to go all out. Watching like the only thing that excited me like in the first half was like I was just shocked at how much Noni Madueke is like kind of outperforming his level from being in Chelsea last year. So apart from that, I was just, I don't know. It was just a very stale game for me. Ishmam, what about you?
I think your suggestion actually might be quite sound, because if let's say Odegaard and Eze plays, like Odegaard plays as an 8 and Eze as the 10, right? Wow, the
Mm.
creativity really goes up the roof, goes through the roof, right? And okay, you can play this kind in like for example, actually, I'm very disappointed with Declan now. Only
Mm.
because when he was playing for West Ham, right, he used to make those like penetrating runs
Mm.
into
Mm.
the
Mm.
into the opponent half, right? Actually, I remember first season in Arsenal also he was doing it. He collect the ball and just pile driver. So if he plays that role, in this team still can. He and Zubimendi can. Like one sits back, the other one attacks. Obviously, his attacking output will not be as good as Odegaard there, right? That's what creativity wise. So actually, there are certain games actually he can do it. What's there to lose? Because you already have the best defense in the league. You just need someone to come and collect the ball and just pass it to your 8. And then the whole subsequently pass it to the left, right, or the 10. Actually, it's a good suggestion. Now that you see it. Maybe it is an overkill.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know. It's like I seriously I don't get this Arteta mentality still. I think I've said this before that I think Arteta is not the manager to kind of push Arsenal to the next level. I think you all seen this video where Henri said, you're building a tall building already. Your building is very high, very tall. And you're still not, you're still not there yet, and you're not fighting for it. This should have been a statement for Arteta. I feel he should have put his best team out there to go and trash City. Because when else are you going to like have the chance to? City being like so many injuries. Rodri again was horrible. Um, so I don't know. Like I feel I was mad for Arsenal somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but
Like we all
um,
remember our predictions, Michael.
yeah,
We were all saying that Arsenal gonna trash this City.
right. Oh
All
my
of
god.
us, we were in the same boat last week,
Yeah.
saying Arsenal gonna trash City. Then again, we have to talk about this City. The tactics that the
Mm,
Haram Ball that they did. Okay, people give Arsenal so much shit for this, Okay, like this like Haram Ball nonsense. Right? But
yeah.
look at them. They brought in 5 centre backs. Okay, and then they had no attacking. They took out Haaland for the Nico Pass. Right? Not Nico Pass. What's his name?
Ni-
Nico
uh,
Gonzalez. Right?
Nico
Nico
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Bro, means they essentially had 0 attack. Only Doku, right? But Doku had a good game, I feel. Like,
Yeah.
Jeremy Doku, Haaland, you put him in that kind of place, he's going to finish.
Yeah.
99% of the time. Okay. I feel as a team, right, all they did was defend. But they had that one chance which they capitalized.
Yeah.
If we think about it, they had nothing else to the game. They played counter at Emirates, You know what a joke that is about. They played counter attacking football there. So right, now the question now is Pep losing it?
He looks like he's losing it, bro, for sure.
Do you think Pep is
Not
losing it? There's a conversation
not
Man
gonna
City
lie,
fans
yeah.
are not willing to have, They're not willing to have this conversation, but I think slowly, Pep is actually I might be losing it lah. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I've never seen that audacity from Pep, like that craziness from Pep to do all this, like to do this, man. It's so weird when I saw
You saw him kissing the fourth
him doing.
official, right? Do you think that guy is a clown, He was kissing
Who's
the
he?
fourth official, bro.
Oh
Pep.
my
Oh
god.
yeah.
Oh my
What
god.
the hell is this guy doing, right?
How I've never seen him done this. I don't know. It was so weird. Um I don't know. I don't know how to explain it also, bro. Like
I was
how do
stunned.
you just how to justify what he did? I also don't know. How to
I think
explain also I don't know.
I think he just took a leaf out of his mentee's book lah. That's about it. He told his mentee, now I'll do what you always do.
That's right. No, but
No, I mean it's
but okay, I
I-
understand to a certain point because he has injuries and he has like all these um um players who are just coming back, who are still away, injured, and like I can understand it to a certain point, but then like to do that, right? To remove Haaland, and then like play like that. Some people were saying like, wow, he's playing like 5-5-0, like 9-1
901.
901.
9-0.
That is just not City or not Pep at all. Yeah, it was a weird one for me. I saw it and I was like, how do I talk about this? How do you talk about it?
I think okay, so actually to be honest, a bit controversial, but I kind of admire what Pep did. Because I cannot be hypocrite. I cannot be a hypocrite, right? I cannot when Arsenal do it and then I praise them, and then when City do it, I'm out here saying, hey, how come? But I respect it, bro, because he came there, he realized that he scored the early goal, City scored the early goal. He realizes
right.
that if we want to go toe to toe with Arsenal now, we might get caught and then they might smash us like what they did last season, 5-1. Remember, they were trying, it was going like a basketball game. He decided to be conservative. He decided to drop the line. They defended really well. They were resolute. Rodri, Reyes, all were brilliant. Doku was an outlet. I thought Pep got it so, like, I thought this was a side of Pep that I wanted to see. I mean, yes, a good manager has got very good attacking philosophy, but he's also got good adaptability to the situation. And that's what Pep did. Will we be having this same conversation if City didn't score the first goal? Maybe not, maybe. But after they scored the first goal, they didn't have any urgency. They didn't have to bring the game to us. They said,
right.
You know what? It's your home. You attack us. We already scored the goal. We're going to defend our goal, which is, it was refreshing. Okay. It's boring to watch, but it was refreshing. I was like, wow, Pep has this side also, is it? I was like, wow, quite stunned. And I think City were very comfortable because what Arsenal were doing, especially the first half, side to side, keeping the ball in all the areas that are not going to trouble City at all. They were more than happy to have Saliba, Gabriel passing between themselves, Raya getting involved. No penetration, nothing. There's no threat. Right. That's why Donnarumma's gloves was, I think Donnarumma only made one save near post against Madueke towards the end of the first half. But besides that, I couldn't remember.
Crazy save though.
Yeah.
Crazy strong hands, man. Donnarumma. Just
like Maddie was like mentioning about how he wants to see Donnarumma against like the likes of Declan Rice's corners, I think he held his own, no?
Solid.
I think he held his own. He came out and he collected the ball, which was a problem which I thought he would have. I think he has been brilliant. And what a signing he has been, or 2 games, but let's just be real, he is there when you need him the most. And the reliability from a keeper is something that money can buy, apparently, when you get him, but supporting United, we have seen how keepers can really mess you up, and stuff, So, yeah, I think that being said, it was a not so refreshing side, but a refreshing side for Pep to see him doing the Haram Ball, the duck tactics. Suddenly the player fall down, lie down there for 2 minutes. Classic City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was what you had expected it to be, but we were not expecting it. Let's just be honest with like
Yeah.
we were talking about it in the
Exactly.
our last week podcast. We were all mentioning how Arsenal was gonna whack City, and
That's right.
I stand corrected lah.
100.
Yeah,
No, it's a huge golden opportunity loss. In my opinion, it's a golden opportunity loss to make a statement. It's a golden opportunity loss to cut the gap with Liverpool to 3 points. And it's all on the manager. There's no player I'm going to pick up today. Usually when we lose or draw, I'll say, "Hey, this guy had a bad game. This guy could have improved." No player I'm going to pick up today and blame it on them. It's purely on the manager. And you know what's the scary part, guys? This Sunday, we are going to St. James Park against Newcastle.
Yeah. I was just going to mention that.
There's no way he's not going to start Marino, Subimendi, and Rice against the three hooligan fellas who go around
tanks,
punching people.
Would
The
you be
three tanks.
would you be surprised though? I think I wouldn't be surprised, man, if I see
Yeah,
that lineup.
I wouldn't be. I'm
It's
telling you,
just-
he's going to do it. He's
It's
that kind of a
crazy,
person.
man. Oh my god. I think
He's that kind of a person.
Sorry, Ish,
Like,
you were
and-
saying?
Nothing, bro. Like these three guys, right? They have the pound for pound. The hooliganism is here. The energy is here. Bro, they are a bunch of marips, They are like a bunch of these
That's
abing
right.
marips. In secondary school,
Exactly.
that kind of energy.
That's
They have
right.
one
They're
gap.
the ones
They
who
have
will
one.
they will tear your pocket,
They got one abing in Sandro Tonali and two marip in the Brazilians. Okay. It's a problem, bro. It's a big time issue.
Yeah.
And another thing, the striker is damn tall, guys.
Lord
Walter
Voldemort.
Maddie.
Wow, what the hell, man? He's
Walter
like
Maddie is
so
taller
tall.
than Dan Burns, bro. Dan Burns
Oh.
is already like
So
they're like the
tall, right?
they're literally now the Petronas Twin Tower of Newcastle, bro. Right, the two of them, you put them side by side. Corners, die lah, I tell you.
Hey,
How
what's the
big
prediction,
can-
guys? Come. Let's do prediction.
Ooh, prediction. Wait, but before that, Man City versus Burnley next game. So they probably have a slightly easier game.
Burnley to win 1-0 lah. No, not Burnley win lah.
For City, I think I'll predict them to go 3-0 against Burnley lah.
I think it's gonna be a cheeky 1-1 lah.
Ooh. What do you think, mate? For the
I
City
think
versus Burnley game next.
2-0 lah, bro. 2-0
City? Okay.
Not Burnley,
What about Newcastle and Arsenal? What's our prediction, guys?
Who's at home?
Newcastle,
St.
St.
James,
James, bro. St. James, bro.
No, I see it being a draw. KG. Like same as last week, 1-1. I think I see it being
0-0.
Oi.
I'm
Just destined for 0-0.
I want to see some goals, guys. Like fish, man. I need to see goals. I'm gonna go 2-2.
0-0, 1-1, 2-2,
2-2. Okay.
All
So
draws.
2-2 is a draw. Is a draw.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you see, we're not gonna be surprised lah to see that lineup. Let's just say this straight up, right? If you see that lineup, and then he starts doing, I can see even Newcastle scoring with what they with this Walter Maddie guy being like such a threat. And honestly, why? Because later when we touch on the Newcastle game, he was actually making moves, guys. He was not just like being like some tall guy running up and down doing nothing. He was actually linking up the play. He was actually doing something. Of course, Newcastle have to like kind of tailor that more for him, but he was making moves during their match. So I think, yeah, man, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some goals and also it's a draw lah, as we all predicted.
Yes.
I just pray, Arteta, please be just brave and go for it. If you fail and you are brave, I will be happy. I won't be happy because you failed, but I will at least be able to say you tried your best. But if you do it this way, you'll be so sad.
Bro,
So I just hope he's brave.
Got this fan in AF, your Arsenal fan TV, is it? He said he prayed to God that Arteta, that he would not give this lineup, and then God didn't answer his prayers, bro.
I saw. No, you know, there was something that I saw. I was Arteta is a kind of manager, right? Who, when his phone battery drops from 100% to 99%, he asks for portable charger.
That is mad, man. That is mad. Well, I guess that's about it for the Arsenal and City game. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next game. I think, fortunately, our Liverpool fan isn't here, so we can trash them. We can trash them. Liverpool versus Everton, guys. What do you guys think of the game? 2-1 is 2-1. Yeah, Liverpool won 2-1.
I think Soboslai at the 10, the 8, right, looked very good. Lah. I think the first half they were so good. Liverpool, right?
Have- Mm,
Like
mm.
they had total control of the game. First half, fantastic. Like the press from Soboslai offers in that position, right, is insane. Like he's the one that starts the press and all that. Fantastic finish by Ryan Gravenberch also. Mad. I think pound for pound, I think he might be the best CDM in Premier League right now. Right,
Yeah.
right. The first ball to Ekitike for the goal. And let's talk about this Ekitike, man. This guy, in fact, right, I would rather start him over Isak right now. I'm just talking about right now. Lah. This guy's movement is top notch, in and around the box. And Ryan Gravenberch also, the way he farming the ball to him, fantastic goal. And the second goal, who scored?
Second goal
Ekitike.
was Ekitike. The first goal
The
was Gravenberch.
Right.
Salah
correct.
assist.
Yeah. Salah assist, right, that
Mm.
one. But like overall, Brian Galenberg has been like the most pivotal part of the midfield. But okay, this is how I felt. So, when Wirtz came on in the second half, right? Like this no
Yeah.
criticism on him. But the way the game was being played changed a bit. They didn't have that kind of press up front as much anymore, right? With Sobo had to go down a bit deeper, right?
Deeper. Yeah.
But at no point, right, did I feel like Everton were out of the game. Do you guys felt that?
Mm.
There's something I felt.
I felt that more in the second half. I felt that
Right?
more like in the second half because I mean towards the end of first half and then carry on to the second half because Liverpool set back in the second half. I don't understand why they set back in the second half, but I felt they were in it from I think before the first half, slightly before the first half, all the way to the second to the end of the game.
Now I feel like
because
they had a very, very good first half. Right. But second half was a bit slightly lackluster in terms of their performance. Like second half I felt like actually anytime Jack Grealish might just score a cheeky one. I don't know. I just had the feeling in me. But knowing them, even if they had scored considered at 90th minute, they would have scored one more at the 95th. Knowing them,
Yeah.
Because now they are that kind of team, right? They have become the United of the past, whereby
Liverpool.
no matter what time the score, no matter how much time you have on the clock, they are going to score one.
Yeah.
And this kind of confidence, right, really is scary one if you're facing them, right? Because you know that it doesn't matter how many goals they're down, right? They know they're going to win. And for any opponents to go into the last few minutes of Liverpool, right, is frightening lah. It used to be like that for United back in the days, right? But it's no longer the case. But yeah, the fear factor is there, Now every team, right, is like, okay, shit, last few minutes, we're going to concede one. Like mentally, they know already. Mentally, they are like a bit down already. So yeah, kudos to Liverpool for that, man.
Yeah. Grinding out the victories is not easy, man. Like I think the first half they really did well. I just don't understand the second half where they set back and then they allowed the pressure to come to them. Yeah, I mean, guaranteed they knew that they were going to win. But it was just again I thought Liverpool was gonna smash Everton as well. Of course, Gravenberch and Soboslai, I think first half outstanding performance from the both of them. I think they were linking up the plays, they were driving forward. Soboslai pressuring up front when they lost the ball, and then when Slot made those changes, yeah, man, I think I still don't. I still stand by what I said in the previous in our previous episode. I said, words just he's got to figure something out, man. He's of course the pressure of the price tag is going to be there, but you cannot muscle all these players. You got to figure out how you want to play, and I think they got to help him more in for him to kind of go into the team more. Even Isak coming in also, I think, man, I felt AKTK was much more dangerous. You know, his sub was I don't know, just a bit lost. You know, but yeah, man, Everton Everton truly fought, and unfortunate for them, they couldn't get the draw.
But what a
I think
luxury it is,
second half
right?
there's
To have two strikers like that. What a luxury it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah, can you imagine,
yeah.
like, we are saying that
So true.
one of them scored a goal, the other one is like the best striker in the world. What a luxury, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Mid, you were saying, sorry.
Guys, yeah, no, I was going to say second half. I think there's a drop off also because they expended quite a bit of energy in the Atletico Madrid game midweek. So
Yeah,
that could have taken a bit of a toll. Early Saturday morning lunchtime kickoff as well.
yeah. They had the
So
first game. Yeah, that's right.
so I think yeah, it's good. Can I ask you what do you think about the added time, the 3 minutes? Because I'm not saying anything. I'm just like I want to know why is it such? Because when at Newcastle it was 11 minutes, and then I don't know where else it was 7 minutes, and then 3 minutes. Like really? Like there were substitutions, there was held up in play, there was injuries. 3 minutes. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking any credit away from their wins. It's just that as an Arsenal fan, it's painful. So I'm trying to scrape them.
Maybe
No, like a
maybe
lot of
the
people are talking
referee
about it online. Eh. Like,
maybe
how come, like,
the referee had to the referee had to poop or something. I don't know, bro.
no, lah, bro. It's, it's,
You
it's,
know?
it's, it's like, I mean, it's a, call it conspiracy theory, lah. Like, it's a bit, yeah, I found it a bit odd also, lah. 3 minutes is a bit too little, lah.
A bit
For
too
at that
little,
point,
right?
but yeah, a bit too little.
You
But
know
3
who's the
minutes.
referee who can? Sorry, bro. You know who's the referee who can stop them or not? Like stop
Who?
Liverpool. You know the AFCON got the referee who blow the whistle at the 85th minute mark.
80 minute lah.
We
Yeah,
need
that
him,
one-
bro. We need to bring him back to the
that one
Premier League, bro.
rabak.
Can we
Eh,
find
no,
him?
but all plaudits to Liverpool lah. 5 games, 5 wins, 15
Yeah,
points,
man.
and they haven't even like
Ish, man.
fully gelled yet lah, right? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
an
yeah.
easy task. It's not an easy task to grind out the victories like that. It is really one of
No,
the
they're
toughest
clear.
things to do. They are clear, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
once they start clicking, right? I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem. They might even go, not drop a single point in the
I
whole.
think
Yeah.
Maddie's concern was their defense. I think I kind of agree watching the Everton game as well. Like, I think they
Why
really need
is
to
it,
beef up their defense. They don't have
What
enough
is it about them?
backup lah. They only have Leonie as their backup center back.
Oh.
They don't really have like a proper like, you know, like Arsenal has Mosquera, right? And Mosquera is like bloody beast, right? Yeah, for
Mm.
Liverpool they kind of don't have. I mean, we haven't really seen Leonie play as well, so we don't know. Maybe this kid is gonna be another beast, you know, and he's gonna like take over. I don't know, maybe take over Konate or something, you know. But I think Maddie's concern was just that, you know, they need more beefing up
One
in the
injury away,
defense.
basically.
Yeah, you know. But I think that could be sorted out. I mean, they look good. Like I even though Van Dijk is still aura defending, he's still pretty solid. And even though Maddie was having concerns about Konate, I think Konate did pretty okay. You know, like he's not like
Okay, Van
super
Dijk,
bad or anything.
bro, and Van Dijk has been I think Van Dijk has been really very good, yeah. The whole of this
Yeah,
season.
I mean,
Right, like he is really, I think, back at his best, which is quite funny because you just keep on thinking like how much better can he get? But every season he
Yeah.
will find a way to adapt, and he's a beast. Konate for me, right, I think he's damn good. Like really, Ibrahim Konate is a solid centre back. Like for real. Like the fact that your Madrid wants you, all the big clubs, they won't just anyhow. Like Madrid also wants Saliba, right?
yeah.
They want these two players, but Konate and Saliba, the two French centre backs. So I think like Konate is solid, but the thing is the problem lies if this Konate or Van Dijk gets injured, then comes the new guy there, and you wouldn't really play him. Like you would rather play Joe Gomez or all these kind of players, or like a Endo that time was playing centre back for like the preseason.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's what he means by that. I think what happened was they were supposed to get Mark Gahey, right?
Yes.
Then the Mark Gahey thing went on until the last minute, right? Where the deal didn't go through. I thought if they had Mark Gahey, right, this league is confirmed belongs to them already. Confirm like this. You have a backup already. Everything you have. Right. I think they are the team to beat lah. They are the team to beat this season. It's a scary, scary team. Like legit, like the way they have
Yeah.
backed up. Yeah.
I just
Absolute nightmare.
worried they'll just run away with it, to be honest.
From the
I-
looks
Do
of
you all
it,
remember? Yeah, do you all remember
From
the
the looks of it.
1920 season? 1920, the
Oh.
one they went crazy, nearly went invincible the whole season.
almost.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
was almost.
Yeah, do you remember? I don't know why. There's this guy's tweet that I saw today, and he says that he feels that's going to happen. Like they're really going to run away with it proper this season because the team is just grinding and grinding even when they're not at their best. It's
Some
amazing.
people are saying the words and this Frimpong bought the black magic, Leverkusen black magic, but the one they didn't lose a single game.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that was Liverpool.
Yeah, they brought it over. But it's that's what champions do, guys. Like I think, in any sport, being a champion, this is how you kind of grind out your results. Results are very important. I think Liverpool are just. Slot is doing that, and he's not concerned. He look from the media, all his pre and post match conferences, he doesn't look pressured at all. You know how words is always under fire about his value and everything like that. But yeah, man, every other signings they have all working well, doing great. Ekitike, one of them. Man, what a solid player.
Guys, next game, Palace
yeah, man.
Liverpool. Thoughts?
Oh, this is against Mark Gahey, bro.
What you
Mark
guys
Gahey
think?
probably will come in January, but
Do you guys think Palace can get something because they struggled a bit, but that was Community Shield, right? They seem to have struggled a fair bit, but they had SA back then.
Yeah, an interesting fact, these are the only two unbeaten teams left in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's insane. I think
Yeah.
if Arsenal were to drop points, right? Sorry, if Liverpool were to drop points, it's this game.
this is the game.
This is the game that they drop two. I'm not saying they lose. They might drop two.
But the way they've been grinding, bro, it's like they're not grinding against like against like super weak teams, like it's just man. I'm
say
gonna
2-2.
say
2-2 for me.
I'm gonna say 2-0 to Liverpool. Liverpool's gonna win.
Okay.
I'm going to say
Nick?
2-1 Palace. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it.
Oh, Maddie's
You
not
know
gonna
what?
like that.
No, you
Maddie's
know-
not gonna- It's okay, bro. It's okay. It's your prediction. It's right.
No, I just feel because there are away games this season, they have not been really convincing.
Yeah.
Burnley last minute, Newcastle against a 10-man for half. For one whole half they struggle.
Yeah.
I think Crystal Palace are going to do it lah. 2-1.
2-1.
Okay.
Let's just do it lah. Come on lah, Palace, please, Palace.
Please, Palace. Next week, Meat will be a Crystal Palace fan. Next week, we come in. If Meat is
I'll come
in
in
the
with the
episode,
eagle.
he is.
Yeah.
he's
Okay, I
gonna-
promise to get an eagle with me and he'll be sitting here. Okay, provided we win our game against Newcastle and Palace do that. Okay, I'll keep it as
Eagle
my
has-
bet.
Eagle has landed.
Eagle.
Eagle has landed.
Has landed. Okay. I think that's about it for the Liverpool and Everton game. I think it was pretty straightforward. I think Liverpool did an amazing job fighting and getting the win. Next though, who I'm a bit surprised. Let's talk about Brighton versus Spurs, guys. 2-2. Brighton was at home.
I think okay, so this game, right? I watched the game and credit to Spurs lah, okay. Ironically, I have to give them credit today because the first half reminded me of the time that they were under Ange. Very defensively fragile, no structure, no stability. The second half, they actually came back and I thought they showed a lot of resilience. This kind of games last season, right, they used to get smashed up. But I remember Brighton at Amex, they lost quite big. And this time round, they actually showed quite a lot of courage to actually come back. So, hats off lah. Spurs are looking good, They are defensively much, much better now. Xavi Simons came on and the guy,
He changed the game lah, basically.
he changed the game. Yes, he changed the game. So,
He changed
credit
the
where
game.
credit is due lah. So, I think Spurs did well. Very well.
Ish, what do you think?
Dude, this Kudus and this Xavi Simons, right, are absolute they a lot of energy, right? The way they go up the pitch,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
offensive output is actually insane, But like I thought honestly that after the first two goals so early, right? I thought Brighton gonna win now, right? But at the same
Mm.
time, like this, actually, bro, to be honest, Richarlison had a decent game also. But I need to talk
Mm.
about this one
Mm.
player, the Lucas Bergvall. This guy is a tank of a player in the midfield. He is such a good, like he can control the pace of the game, and he's very young. Bergvall
Yeah.
is what? I think 19 or 20.
19, 19,
19 or
19.
20, yeah.
I'm telling you, they have a
Yeah.
gem
He's
of
very
a
young.
player, That guy can hold, he can push, he can control the tempo of the game. I've not, like, I wish, like, United had a player like him, like, who can control and
Mm.
dictate the midfield like that. And he is very calm under pressure. Overall, I feel like Brighton, the Baleba, right? Carlos Baleba. Everyone is
Yeah.
criticizing him because uh, he had past 5 games he's been playing shit. And this is actually
Hasn't
true. If
been,
you watch
yeah,
him
he's not
play,
performing, yeah.
if you're watching him play, and the manager actually came out and he said his head was turned by the Manchester United offer and all these kind of things, right?
Mm.
Uh, so understood because he's a young chap who was approached by one of the bigger clubs in England. But I don't think it's gonna last forever, like his lack of form. I feel he's a good quality player. But in fact, if it continues getting bad, good for us, we can get him cheap for United. Just a cheeky
I think
thing.
I think he still has the mole, Baleba, but true, he hasn't been performing since the start of the season. I you don't no idea why, but
Mm.
he hasn't been really performing. But in saying that, right, I think for this game Spurs had a pretty weak first half.
Oh,
Brighton really brought it to them being at home. I think they showed intent, they showed courage, and first attack, first goal. This Yakubo Minte, Yakuba
Yakubu.
Yakuba
Minte,
Minte. Fast,
Mm.
dude. He
My goodness.
he
Phew.
damn, he's very good. I think that Ruther found him, and even they were playing very well in the beginning. It was just unfortunate they couldn't get the win. I felt Spurs, like Kudus had a very silent first half. He didn't really do well in the beginning. But of course, again, good players, they don't really have to perform all the way.
Mm.
They can turn up just like that. And he did. Kudus turned up second half. Xavi Simons made a huge difference. He came in and he totally changed the game in the second half. I agree Bergval is a tank, but I think Bergval he's still very young, man. And it's
Mm.
hard to kind of lead the line every week. So if you do it like one week, amazing. I don't think he can do it every week. He needs players like Xavi Simons, he needs Kudus, he needs Richarlison, these players to all turn up for him to kind of like also um turn up and also perform. But of course, in saying that, I think he's holding up his own. Like he's also doing an amazing job. Leading the line there. He was playing there, Richarlison, right? Really amazing. I think at 19 years old, what a player! Like he was, I think, last week's EPL Player of the Week or Player of the Month or
Yes,
something.
you're right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
that is
Yeah.
crazy, man. Being 19 years old, doing that, and you know, I'm not saying that Spurs are weak, but he's not really having like someone like a world class striker, full on world class striker in front of him. So doing that, I think is crazy. And of course he has competition, like all the other good players that are on Spurs bench um are also doing well. But yeah, man, that's just how I feel about the game.
Where do you guys think Spurs finish?
No, I wanted to give credit to Thomas Frank. The revamp that he has done to the Tottenham defense
Mm.
is really day and night now, honestly.
Mm.
Because they have conceded only 3 goals. Okay, 3 goals conceded in the league. And when I watch them, right, defensively they are so much better, they used to have the highlight. Okay, where I think they'll finish, I got a feeling they might come in the top five,
Yeah,
top
Ooh.
five.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got a
maybe
feeling too.
fifth, maybe fifth. Yeah, let's see lah. Because one thing about Spurs is they always do this. They always have a start well, then they kind of fade out. So
Yeah.
let's see. But if you ask me, based on current first 5 games, I can put them as fifth. They're
I
they're
think I
doing
think
very well.
I think I told Ish and Maddie in our group chat. I was like, Spurs like being their own boogie team, like like doing so well, and then but then, yeah, man. Next game they are up against Wolves. Prediction, guys. What do you think? I mean, Wolves is a pretty easy game. The only
Yeah.
team in
Spurs
the Premier
Spurs
League with
3-0
more
lah.
points right
Easy.
now.
Spurs
Yeah,
3-0
I'm
for
going
me lah.
4-0.
I think it's gonna be a 3-0 as well. I think, or maybe even more. But I think I'm gonna go with 3-0 as well. I think
Mm.
Spurs has got it in the bag for this.
But imagine they lose to
Hopefully
Wolves.
shouldn't have any problem.
Definitely the classic Spurs.
That'll
Classic
be
Spurs.
so Spursy.
Right, right. It's like as if
No, but
nothing's
imagine
changed. But
that would be hilarious if
but
they
yeah,
lose to
but
Wolves.
that would be very funny. But I agree what Meat said. I think Thomas, Frank really changed how the team looks.
Yeah.
They look more fit. To be honest, they look like extremely fit. And they look like they can really put in a challenge to all the big teams. And I mean, of course, Spurs is also a big team lah, right? But yeah. And anything else for this game, boys? Like, what do you guys think? Brighton. Yeah, I think that's about it lah. It's pretty straightforward game as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing much to it now.
Next game before we go to my beloved club. Let's talk about the Bournemouth and and Newcastle game first. It was a 0-0 game. It was at Bournemouth. Bournemouth was at home. Here's a fact though I have. Newcastle hasn't scored away yet.
Whole season.
Yeah, they only scored 3 goals, right?
And another fact or another stats that I have is Bournemouth is still unbeaten this season.
Yeah. No,
It's
Bournemouth
pretty
beaten.
crazy.
Bournemouth beaten first day of the season against Liverpool.
Oh, sorry,
Liverpool,
yeah. They were unbeaten for four games straight after that. Yeah.
4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bournemouth
It
look
look lah.
good lah. Yeah, they
Right?
look good. I told you guys about this guy. If ever
Yep.
y'all are
You and
deciding to move on,
Maddie, once
You
United,
guys are biggest
one
advocates,
United to release.
and I tell you he had his whole back line and keeper changed.
Yeah.
He lost what was it? Hulson, Zabrani, Kepa, Kirkes. He lost so many. He's good lah. I thought Bournemouth deserved to win it yesterday. I was watching for a while. Semenyo was a menace as usual. And then Evan Nielsen also. He was putting in the yards lah.
Surprising, right? Evan Nelson.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pretty
He's good, and from Porto Samoa, I was very impressed by him, and I think the Bournemouth midfield is a very traditional English midfield. Christie is there, then they got Cook and all. It's like your traditional midfield, and I kind of like it. Like it gives you it's all about grit. They don't have so much of the techie, but it's all about grit and the yards and the hard work, and they will fight for every ball. And yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well. Newcastle a bit worrying though. I don't know about you guys, but I think they haven't really gelled, given the fact that, the whole Isak saga and everything. They haven't really
Yeah.
gelled, and the new players are in, but they are kind of falling off a bit, especially now, right, with Champions League, it's going to be even more challenging for them midweek, and then having this kind of games away. So, yeah.
I expected Newcastle to do better, but here's how I feel about Bournemouth, right? I get so excited every time I watch them. Like, I was so excited. Talking about hard work, right? It's not like they were just sitting back and just like not doing anything. They actually had very fantastic attacking plays, and they were pushing the ball up really nicely with their passing plays. Semenyo, of course, again at the front line of a lot of things. And it's just maybe if Amorim does get sacked, I think Iraola have to be the guy lah. Ish. Like, what do you think, man? Like, I think exciting, bro. Every time I watch Bournemouth, I excited, yeah.
I feel okay. As a manager, he Doctor Octopus. What's his name?
Doc Ock, bro. Doc Ock.
He
Doctor
looked like the
Octopus,
spider.
bro. That's
He's
right.
the first Spider-Man. He
That's
looked like the Doctor
the
Octopus, right?
the
The one with
villain. Yes.
the
Octavius.
tentacles.
Yes.
Octavius, yes. No, like, bro, credit given to him, like 100%. But if you notice one thing, okay, the difference, right? All his players, right, are hard workers. All run, all are like giving their all.
Mm.
So, I don't know, like, you bring to United is the same problem, right? Right? It's the same problem, like,
I mean, of
if,
course,
if,
he
who
will
gonna
need
run like
his
that, bro?
players, bro.
Yeah, then how to go through another $1 billion rebuild, bro? But the thing, if there's one manager I would go for here at this point in this juncture, right, is probably him. Or I like Luis Enrique, these two lah. But obviously Luis Enrique is not gonna leave, right? And
I don't think he will.
but he will lah, bro. As
Yeah.
a wow, the way Bournemouth plays damn direct, you know. And I love to watch direct football. Like there's no
Yes.
playing around, you know. Like we are not playing, like just straight away, pump, like break the line already. Then you
Whoever's
know there's a
open, you bring. Yep.
correct.
Yep. I
And the
agree.
way they play is, I agree with you, but it's super exciting to watch. And if there's one manager
Yeah.
who I would take over from United is him lah. Probably I'll go for him.
And also right. Here's one more thing I noticed for Bournemouth, right, guys. Look at the amount of not only space, but look at the amount of freedom he gives Semenyo, man. Dude's playing like left, right, in the middle, and then going back to the right, and then going back to the left. It's just crazy the amount of freedom he knows that he can give to his better players, and he knows that they can create something. That is just something that not a lot of managers nowadays do, I feel personally. But like,
True,
I
true.
mean, if you watch the menu, I think in the next game, I think they are going up against Bournemouth is going up against Leeds, right? But if you guys watch the highlights, or you rewatch the game again, he's everywhere, man. He's like doing everything, and he gets the freedom to do it. There's no, like,
I think
he doesn't
Cunha, I
have to,
think
like,
Cunha is that kind of profile, right? Cunha profile kind of player, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
like
So
just do whatever
Semenyo
he
is
wants.
just crazy.
Solid.
Yeah, that's
Like
I think
Bournemouth.
really great confidence.
But to be honest, right, when we played
Yeah.
Bournemouth
Pace
at
and power.
preseason, right, we I think we defeated them like 4-0 or something preseason, right? And then Areola came out to say, you know, it's a very different United side and all that. And now they lost the first game and they are in a 4-game. They had a fantastic 4 games after.
Unbeaten.
And
Yeah.
not say they were
Yeah.
playing like small opponents, you know. They were playing big teams, you know. They were playing Spurs. I think they won against Spurs and all, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
for the amount of resources that he's given, he's overachieved. Definitely overachieved. He's Areola. He's like he has done so much more than better than, you know, people would have thought he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in saying that, Newcastle had a midweek Champions League game as well.
Yeah.
But next game against Arsenal, like, I think Mid said, is really worrying. Even though, like, they have their, their new striker and everything. Do you guys think it could be a surprise? I mean, even though we already had our prediction earlier, but do you guys think somehow, looking back at this Bournemouth game, do you think Mid Newcastle can truly surprise Arsenal?
Yeah, bro, it won't be a surprise to me, because for the last 3 years we have gotten nothing at St. James Park. So the surprise will be if we go there and win. So it's not going to be a surprise. We always do badly at St. James Park. And the ground, it's quite daunting, St. James Park. You know, they put the away fence really high up, so you can't hear anything from the away fans. The away fans are like, basically they call it, in inverted commas, they put it as the skies. They put them really high up. You can't hear the fans. The home fans are always up for the game against Arsenal. And if we can keep them quiet for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, kind of silence the crowd, then okay. Otherwise, it can get messy, because they always do well against us.
Nice.
And
Okay.
like, the midfield is also strong, you know. Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, and Joelinton.
Yeah.
all
Tonali,
three of them.
I think is really doing really well right now. I really like watching Tonali. He's trying his best to push this this Newcastle team. But Ish, do you think it could be a surprise
No lah, I think draw lah, bro.
against
I don't see
Arsenal?
anything lah. No lah. It's gonna be a draw. It's written in the stars,
Okay.
bro. It's written in the stars.
It's going to be a very
written-
boring game.
It's
gonna be a very
confirmed going to be a
boring game, I
KG.
Yeah.
Like until like the 70th minute, someone scores, then another person scores in the 90th. That's how I see
Right.
it.
So now let's talk about me and Ish love football club. Manchester United versus Chelsea. We got a win. 2-1 the scoreline. I just gotta say, I just gotta get this out first, guys, about this game, okay? Again, I said, why is Shaw still playing, man? And Mainu not playing, but in saying that, we got the win. Ish, how do you feel about the game? How do you think the game went?
I love the intensity from the first minute. Like if you see, like the way they started the game, right? So the intensity, that press, that energy, right? Caused like the ball from Bandia was fantastic. But Sesko got to it first, right? And the flick on to Embuemo. And Embuemo like is through on goal already, right? And then
Yes.
the red card obviously is a straight red. There's no denying it. I like how we started the game. Yeah, obviously with 10 men, we stretched Chelsea a lot. Like we really stretched them.
Exactly.
And we scored the goals, right? The 2 goals, and then Casemiro gets a red card, which I think it was not a second yellow. I don't know what you guys think about it. To me, it's never a second yellow, but these stupid referees, right, will do everything in their power, right, to make it an even game.
100% not second yellow. 100%.
100%. It's never
I'm very
a yellow.
sure. The
It's
referee
never a yellow.
only did that because he actually sent off Robert Sanchez. So
Correct.
there was a bit of pressure on him. And English referees, right, once there's a bit of pressure, they succumb. That's
But
about
guys,
it.
but okay,
Yeah.
okay. I understand. But Casemiro was on a yellow, right? And nowadays, right, you get a yellow card for the simplest of things, right? Like he did hold the fella back, right?
But
And
he
of
let him
course
go, no? Like-
yeah. So he did hold the fella back, but he let him go. And then of course, bro, if someone was holding me back and I fell together with him, of course he's gonna look, bad.
Clumsy.
It's going to
Yeah.
look clumsy. And Casemiro
Yeah.
should know better, right? This is where I'm whether it's a second yellow or not. My stance is this, right? Casemiro, you are on a yellow. You gotta be careful, right? You gotta be smarter, dude. Someone is gonna try to draw that far out from you because you're already on a yellow, and they know, and everyone knows this. Casemiro likes to lunge into tackles, likes to, try to get the ball and be hard and everything. So I totally get it. I get that argument whether it was a yellow or not. But at the same time, I feel Casemiro should know well enough that he's already on a yellow. The referee is going to keep on looking at you because again, he already knows that the red card already happened for Robert Sanchez. So that is where my stand is on this issue with Casemiro. I don't think it's a yellow as well. But with that pressure of like the whole game going on, with United actually holding Chelsea, not holding, sorry, we were actually pushing Chelsea when we had that 1-man advantage. Man, if I was Maresca, or if I was a Chelsea player, right, I would milk it, man. I would try to get him off. That's the only way to kind of get back in the game. And once Casemiro was off, we were on the back foot. Chelsea was trying their hardest to push. Of course, let's talk about this. Maresca's decision, I felt, was horrible.
It was so bad.
Taking
So reactionary,
off-
yeah.
taking
Estevao and
Palmer.
Pedro.
Even though Palmer
Neto.
was injured, but he took
Neto,
out
sorry,
Neto.
Neto,
Yes,
Neto.
Neto.
Yeah.
How
It was-
do you guys feel about this, man? Like,
it was right off the Pep's overthinking diction, like overthinking thing.
Same
But
school.
you
what?
see, same school of thought, right? These three
Yeah.
fellas.
They all come
It was right from a Pep playbook, right? But you see, I feel that the league was my man of the match. Mateo said it. Like he was intense, like the role that's given to him now, right? The one coming out to midfield, pushing out, being the first one to get into tackles and all. So, okay, he won like 5 out of 9 tackles or something like that, half. but that just means that he's always trying to give it to the Chelsea players. The decision to bring off Sesko, right, was actually quite controversial for Ugarte, right? Ugarte came on for Sesko in the second half. But here's the thing. You are 2-0 up already. Okay, now it's 10-10, like 10v10 already, right? I understand that decision. As much as a lot of people don't understand the decision, I am on the boat. I'm on the boat where I understand the decision. You are 2-0 up, hold the lead. Instead of you trying to gung ho more and then getting run down by Chelsea. So that's my take on this. I feel that we had control of the game, like honestly, after the 10 men. So actually now the thing is that United needs to start playing 10-man team. Where do we find them? We just need to play against 10 men. Bro. We cannot play against 11 men, that's clear. This system only works when we are playing 10 people. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I feel there was some.
You might have touched a point there though. I think it was pretty obvious that when Chelsea were down, and also Maresca went full on defensive, right? He took off almost all his attackers except for one.
Yeah.
And we still had control of the game. I think United still had control of the game. I think we were still moving the ball well. But weird decision by Maresca. I mean, what do you think of Maresca's decision, man? Apart from he's the same from the same school.
I was quite shocked, because first Estevao came out, right? So I could understand that. Okay, new player, big game and all. Easiest person to sacrifice, right? Then after that, I saw Neto also come out. And Neto was clearly very frustrated. I was saying, hey, leave Neto on lah. At least he's an outlet, you see. When you want to break and all, he can give you some pace. Because João Pedro, poor thing, he was isolated. The guy was trying to make things happen. Couldn't, because there's no support at all. And then I think Palmer one, I'm not sure because
he's injured, I think.
Injured, yeah, correct. So a bit unfortunate. He kind of like made the subs, then Palmer got injured, came out. So it was very reactionary lah. Like he took it a bit too far, Maresca, if you ask me. But I felt for United side, I agree with Ishmael because I thought Sesko was good, bro. That head on for Mbeumo, I was impressed. I was like, wow, that's a very good head on. So I was quite sad that you sacrificed Sesko because I'm a kind of person who always believe at home 10v10 what? Why go? You can still keep it that way what? And I'm the kind of person who always believe attack is the best form of defense. You keep attacking and everything. It's very ironical based on the team I support, but that is what the kind of person I am. So I was quite disappointed that he took out Sesko. But yeah, I thought, yeah.
I feel like you as well. I was actually disappointed Sesko was taken off because I think he could have provided so much more, not only because of that flick on he did for Mbeumo, but I think he has a presence in him that, because of his stature, his size and everything, I think he can actually intimidate the opponent. But of course, like 10v10, if you were to take out Sesko, I honestly thought he would have put in Kobe Mainu. I don't think Ugarte, for me, I don't think Ugarte was the one. Yes, even though Ugarte defensively is good, but Mainu on the ball, he could have controlled more and he could have, I feel, be as defensively solid as Ugarte. Maybe not super, but you had D-League who was already on fire in that game. He was already like killing off every ball he could. So having that control, which we don't have, I felt was very necessary. But unfortunate, he brought on Mainu, I think last 5 minutes, was it? Something like that.
Yeah.
But I know one question that I kind of didn't understand was the taking out Maguire. Right? For Euro, right? He took out Maguire for Euro. And then right after that, we conceded a set piece.
Corner.
Chaloba, right? Was the one who scored the header.
Yeah, correct. There's a lot of criticism with Reuben changing his backline very often. But I think it's because he's instructed to do so. Because you see, every time these players play 90 minutes, right, next game's injured. I don't know. This is just a thought. Speculation, not speculation. This is my point of view that There's no way we would. Okay, backline is that one place you cannot change in the game throughout the game. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
the way attackers set into a game versus the way a defender comes into a game is very, very different. A centre
Yeah.
back or like a defender has to get into the intensity of they have to be present and like, they must play the whole game, like, basically, right? So now the thing is, right, every time United wins, right, every time United loses, right, the manager is the issue, the team is the issue. Every time United wins, right, the opponent didn't play well. Okay, so when are we gonna give plaudits when United did actually play okay? I think they played all right. They played well. They stretched Chelsea. They had a good game. We beat the champions of the world, world champion now. What they call themselves?
World champions.
And I love that. I think one of the most hardworking player on the pitch was Alejandro Garnacho. The heat map was insane. From the bench, from the bench all the way to the tunnel, where
To
he
the
was
dugout,
greeted greeted by very, very nice words from the Stratford end. If you want me to repeat those words, I can because I memorized it for the next time we play him.
Um, I on the Ganocha part, I agree with you, bro. But here's my controversial take, bro. I think we did well in the first half. We did well with 10 men, Chelsea. But then Chelsea actually brought it to us, bro. Yes, once Casemiro went out, if you realize, we also didn't have that much chances. I think Chelsea, we were on the back foot. Chelsea got really pressured us, and with that goal that they scored, it was even more pressure. The only thing that kept us alive, honestly, I felt firstly this was a lucky win for United, right? But the only thing that kept us alive was Maresca's horrible decision, right? Because of all the subs he already made, I felt that was what kept us alive, and I think that helped us secure the win. Of course, I'm not saying we played super badly, but like what you said, Ishmam, like where the hell are we gonna find a 10-man team, man? Weekend league also cannot find. Maybe that one team that maybe this friend don't want to come down or what, but even then we can't find a 10-man team, man. So I don't know. I feel it was a lucky win. Luck is still
Bro,
part of the game,
I feel like the
So
first half we could have at least, if we were clinical enough, right, it would have been 4-0. And at that point, right, it's no longer luck already, right? Like so, like
correct.
I feel like you this game, right, we have to give credit to them because it's not okay, bro. I feel United played well personally. Like this, my thing lah.
Yeah, yeah.
And by the way, a funny stat was that I shared in the group chat just now. United has won 9 games in 34. That means there's only 9 weekends that I was happy, bro. The last 34 weekends, do you know how fucking crazy that is or not? Can you imagine? Can you blame me for celebrating my team
No, no, no.
victory
I
like that?
don't blame.
Because
Yeah,
I have only had 9 of these, I was telling my wife and she was like, what is going on? 9
yeah.
weekends.
Don't get
Okay?
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm also celebrating the win. I'm
Yeah.
first and foremost. I am a United fan, no matter how
Yeah.
badly they are. But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, as watching the game again, I say, luck is still part of the game. You have to be lucky sometimes to get the win, and I felt United were lucky this time around. But yeah, man, I am very happy with the win. I think deservedly, we deserve the win, but I felt it was still a bit we were still scrappy, and we needed that help from Robert Sanchez and then Maresca for us to
What's
get that
important is
win.
building on it, right? In the next
Yeah,
two
we
games
have
are
to
the
we
correct
have to
the
continue going
Brentford
on, and
the
then
Brentford
start
game.
playing. Exactly, start training with against an 11-man team, bro. Then
Correct. So the Brentford game and the Sunderland game is where I feel Reuben's fate is decided. I feel these 2 games because if we mess up the next 2 games, right, I think heads will be turned already, lah.
Yeah.
talking
I
talking
think 2
about
more games.
talking about the Brentford game. What's our prediction? What's your prediction, boys, for the Brentford? United is away. United is going
Yeah.
to the Bees.
Peace.
Brentford will be at home. What are your prediction?
1-1.
2-1. 2-1 again.
Bro, what do you mean say, bro?
If if Cunha plays right, and Mbuemo plays, here is me showing my love for my team. 3-0 to United.
Wow.
Wow, brother.
Oh
Right?
my days. I love it.
Right? I
Oh
think
my god.
if but please don't play Luke Shaw lah, bro. I cannot
Yeah
take it.
lah.
I swear I cannot take it. Luke
That
Shaw
guy
is
is...
horrible, bro.
But do you think he had a good game against Chelsea? I think he had an okay game,
Yeah,
but
I
like it's
think
still not okay. He had a good game, I feel, but it's like still I
yeah.
don't want him there. Because he will have one good game, then have shit 5 games. I don't want.
Yeah.
No,
I think
actually,
yeah, go for it, mate.
sorry. Actually, I think you guys feel this way because it kind of towards the end became 2-1, right? So it looked like it was close. But from a neutral point of view, right, I think you guys did very well, no? You know why not? Because against 10 men, it's not easy, no. It's really not easy. They sit very low, and then you need to be able to penetrate. And you all did it very fast. Like Bruno scored, Casemiro
Yeah.
scored, and it was like it could have been worse. Like what Ishmael said, it could have been 4-5. And another thing, right, I wanted to talk about, right, guys. Guys, we have to talk about how much a idiot Robert Sanchez is, bro. We have to talk about it. We give this Chelsea team so much of credit when they keep going around calling themselves world champions. Enzo Fernandez pointing to Mason Mount about his badge and all, right? Okay, no problem. Bro, which kind of keeper is so idiotic to make a decision like that and literally kill the whole game in the fourth minute? Can you imagine fans from London who travel all the way down to Manchester, pay so much, and they watch that? It's crazy. I mean, what's the worst? Just let Mbeumo score lah. You really cannot catch him. Just let him score.
Do you guys think he should have came out? I felt he was some way off. Like Mbuemo was still had to run in. He was, he received the flick on from Sesko way outside the box. It's not that way, but it's still outside. Do you think I felt he shouldn't have came out? Not that far. Come out, but not that far.
His positioning was off lah.
Mbuemo had 2 defenders on him. Right? So I don't know why he made that decision, but I in the last episode I said, I think Robert Sanchez does enough for him to be the main guy at Chelsea. Do you guys still what do you think, mate? Like, do you think he is the guy for Chelsea?
I mean, if Chelsea are serious about winning the title, he's not the guy. If their aim is to be the top 5, I think he does a pretty decent job. But he has this in him lah. He has this error-prone moments, and it costs you a lot of points. It does.
Yeah, -3 for me FPL.
Yeah, a lot of. So I think he's a bit of like a bozo lah. He got a bozo gene in him. The thing about the Mbeumo, the red card, the one, right, is that actually Sesko's header was so good, right? It fell nicely in the path of Mbeumo. It bowled out their whole defense. It's superb header. It was
superb.
Yeah. So even that, can you just let him go lah, bro? Why you need to make the challenge in the 4th minute?
Yeah.
That's why I never understood.
That's why I say I think I felt like he was so far out. Like, he didn't have to be that far out. He can come out, but not like to go and challenge for that ball, especially knowing, right, that you had 2 defenders on him. And, of course, Mbeumo still had a lot of work to do, to be honest, for him to get free or to get that shot in. I think if he didn't come out, I think he would have a chance to either the defender goes in or he saves the ball, or even Mbeumo missing, But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel he should.
But he was through on goal already, right? I think he was through on goal. Like, he was past the 2 defenders already. He was past the 2 defenders. And he was the last man, so he was coming in. And let's talk about Mbeumo, man. The price tag is honestly justified. The 62 million they paid for him. This guy, you see the first few games, right? He hasn't gotten back his match sharpness or this,
Yeah.
Only the last few games, right? You can see that he finally getting back the sharpness out. He is an absolute monster. Like, his decision making. Like, I always like to say, like, players like Saka, players like Salah, players like Mbeumo. These 3 guys, right? What I feel differentiates them, right? Every time they get a touch of the ball, right, it's always forward. Their moves are always forward. Like, they're always going for, and they are very efficient. Saka is efficient, Salah is efficient, Mbeumo is very efficient. Pound for pound, this Mbeumo, right? If once they gel in together, this Cunha and Bemo and Sesko, the partnership, right? I can see them scoring a lot of goals together. I don't know about you, lah. I can see it happening. Like regardless of what manager, Reuben here, Reuben not here, it doesn't matter. I can
Yeah.
see this front three really causing major damage in games to come. And it gives
I-
me hope, lah.
I think with because Cunha has been injured and we've been seeing Mbuemo kind of doing it all by himself. I think with the help of Cunha, I think this three, I feel the same way as you. I think these three, even if they weren't playing for United, if they were to play for any other team, I think they are very dangerous with what they can do. Cunha driving, Mbuemo driving, Sesko is another guy who can get the goals, even though unfortunately he hasn't scored a goal yet. And also, I think not only that, but I think if they can gel, the plays that we can get out of these three, oh my god, I'm super excited to watch actually. But that depends on all the other factors as well, in how United is playing right now, how Amorim sets up his team. But maybe that's why he wants Bruno in that position. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, do you
Cannot
think
lah,
that's
Bruno
the
in that position.
Actually, earlier on, right? Remember, you all were talking about Lucas Bergwell, the Spurs
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
and Ishmael was saying like, I agreed with everything Ishmael said, like, and then in my mind, you know who came to my mind as a like for like Kobe Mainu. Isn't Kobe Mainu similar? Just that Kobe Mainu might not box crash that much, but he plays as well. And the day when I was watching, right, 10 minutes you gave him, it feels to me that like he clearly doesn't read the guy lah. Well, I don't know what reason he doesn't read the guy,
Mm.
and it's a waste. It's really a waste because I still think Bruno Fernandes. Look, he scored the goal, right? Do you think he scores the goal if he was a deep lying player
No,
whatsoever? No.
he doesn't.
Instead, you know what? Instead, you know what he does? He will do the complete opposite, like what he did. He lost Emil Smith Rowe. He lost. I don't know. He lost another guy for two
Phil
of the
Foden.
goals.
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden, yes, Phil
Yeah.
Foden and Emil Smith Rowe. So you had to play to your players' strength. And Bruno Fernandes, 100 Premier League goals, superb. Right, we have to give him credit lah as a midfielder coming in with 100 Premier League goals for Manchester
Yeah.
United during a time when you all were actually it was looking dipping his credit where it's due.
Yep.
So I think in terms of your question, where should he play? I still think Bruno Fernandes should play advanced. You can play Kobe Mainu as a number 8. I really hope Amorim gives him
I
a
hope
chance
so
lah as a
lah.
neutral.
Same lah. Like it's such a pity because it's World Cup here, right? And the ironic thing is, right, that next year, if we can manage this 1 year with Kobe, right, next year he becomes the main man, because Bruno is gone, Casemiro is gone.
Yeah.
Okay? If we can manage this 1 year well, right, meaning like we can keep him happy or what, don't get him to sell him, because to me, he has the potential. Like he has the world, like he can achieve it all, I feel. If we can manage this deal well, if Reuben shows him that you are my guy moving forward, okay, whereby Bruno doesn't have to play every game, where Bruno doesn't always have to start at 6, because Bruno at 6 cannot, like no matter what you say. Because the whole objective of a 6 under Reuben system, right? Okay, there's two. One plays a bit more on the defensive side, the other one is an 8, right? The box-to-box guy. So now your box-to-box guy, the only job for you, right, is to pass it off to break through the lines, right, to your other 2 10s, which Mino does so well. He gets the ball one touch, straight away finds Mbemo, straight away finds Cunha. This is what he has been doing. What we lack is like Ugarte can't do that. He doesn't have the,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, he's just a defensive dual winning monster, that's all he is. He doesn't have that. Now, Bruno is too attacking minded. So, this Mino is like just a nice mix of both. Where he's more on the attacking side, but he also can lay back, sit back. And we should really manage this situation well, because right, there's a chance that in January he leaves us. There's a huge possibility, by the way. Because the World Cup, he wants to play. He wants to go on a loan if he,
I think I told you this before. I think I think I rather have Minu leave if he's not playing. To be honest, I think I told you this, right? And you said, wow, we can't let Minu leave. But bro, like, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, he's not playing. Like, here's my thinking, right? Cunha is already injured, right? Why can't you play Mino and Ugarte or Mino and Casemiro, like what we spoke about like last episode? You get what I mean? Like, I still don't get this issue. Like, there's something that Of course, everyone don't know because apparently only Amorim knows the issue with Mainu because he is not playing. And here's the thing, right? I think if people were to come up with this like, oh, why don't you play Mainu and this, you know what he's gonna say? I did play Mainu against Grimsby, and we were wrecked. Do you get what I mean? So I don't know. Like I still don't understand this issue right now that with Mainu. But again, I stand by what I said. If Mainu is not getting the playtime, dude, I'd rather see him leave, man. I love Mainu. I think he's such an amazing player. The touches he have, right? He has just magical, bro. Like I'm gonna be sad if he does leave. Like what you said, if January he does leave, that's gonna be sad, bro. But I rather he leave and get football somewhere than not be playing,
He
man.
confirm get
It's
football.
hard,
He
bro.
confirm. No, he confirm get football in United. It's just a matter of time. Okay? It's either the next 3 months where Amorim gets sacked or in the next 8 months of the season. He confirm get football. But it's just a matter of how we want to navigate this situation. I do personally I don't want to lose a player like him because
Yeah,
but
definitely.
then again we run a risk of one breakthrough season, right? Like all our English players in United. One good breakthrough season, your head just flies up and then you just
Yeah.
fuck up your life. And it's not the first time it has happened. And it's not the last time it will happen. It's just a United thing. So now, if Mino is being like that, I do not know. But I don't know what's Ruben's problem with him. And I hope for his sake and our sake, Ruben starts playing him because he's better than any of our midfielders right now.
Yeah.
I still believe. That's my take and I'll stick to it now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's predict the Chelsea game. Chelsea has a game with Brighton. What do you guys think the scoreline will be?
Stamford Bridge, right?
Yes, Chelsea is at home.
I think they'll get the job done. Chelsea against Chelsea at Feeder Academy. Let's go. It's a derby, it's a derby.
I'm gonna go 1-1 actually.
I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0
Ooh,
Chelsea.
2-0
Yeah.
Chelsea, yeah. Oh, tough Chelsea. I think I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. Somehow they'll get it done, I think.
Nice. Okay, so two wins for Chelsea. A draw for me. We'll see how it goes next week. Okay, I think that's about all the big games. Just want to touch a bit on all the other games that we didn't mention. West Ham Palace. I think West Ham had a
2-1.
again.
Yeah.
They can't get it across the line. What a goal by Tyreek Mitchell. That was pretty crazy. But also it was pretty scrappy. I think the game it was a pretty scrappy game all around. But there's something that I want to say. I think if Liverpool gets Mark Gahey in January, guys, he was sending the ball the way he treads the ball through the line, right, above or below or whatever. Mark Gahey is going to be a beast for Liverpool if he goes there, man. He is going to be super crazy. Next one, Fulham versus Brentford. Unfortunate for Brentford. Fulham whacked them 3-1. Yeah, I think they had a pretty good game, Fulham. Also I think Brentford was just a bit off that game. Another game was Wolves versus Leeds. Again, another 3-1. Even though we said that there's a lot of no scoring or low scoring games, Leeds trash Wolves. Wolves now no points yet in 5 games. You know, I expected actually that I expect Wolves being at home. I expected Wolves to kind of at least
Win,
give
right?
them at least a win or give them a fight. Being at home trying to get some points on the board, on the table. But Leeds came up. Damn. Anton Stark, his free kick. Dude,
Yeah.
crazy. That was
Noah Okafor is a fast. He's a good player. Okafor is from AC Milan, right?
Okafor.
He was he from AC? Is he a loan or a buy?
Bye.
I think he's a buy.
Why he's quite good, huh?
He
Noah.
And
Noah
fun fact,
Okafor.
the Wolves manager, Vito Pereira, has just signed a new contract for 3 years. After being bottom with 5 losses, they rewarded him by giving him a new contract. So I think they're playing some reverse Uno card or what. I don't know what is happening.
5 games, 0 points, -9 goal difference. That's insane.
3-year
Right?
new contract.
I
There
think
you
I think
go.
Talk about
that's
insane.
pretty.
Villa also are insane.
Villa,
Villa had a draw with Sunderland. Sunderland had Ronaldo had a red card. And Robin Roos again had a really good game for Sunderland. I thought right, Villa would like, once Sunderland was down 10 men, I thought they would like give it to Sunderland, but
they still
what
couldn't.
a game.
But Matty Cash, the goal was nice. But I didn't like.
Yes, for sure.
But like, there's nothing. What's the attackers doing, sir?
Watkins looks very, very off the ball.
Yeah.
Watkins, that
man.
instinct, the striker instinct is completely off. There was one last minute chance that he had. Yes, he was offside, but he was bad, bro. He doesn't look like what he used to be. So it's quite worrying, you know.
Do you think United dodged the bullet with Ollie Watkins? Now that you see the last 5 games?
I really don't know, because I think Aston Villa have shuffled quite a bit. And then they also were heavily restricted in terms of spendings, right? For this summer, I think hardly bought anyone because they didn't make it to the Champions League and missed out. Did they miss out on Europe completely? No, right? They
ended up in Europa.
Europa. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of restricted, but worrying times, man. Because they also sold Duran, right? Remember in January they had a choice between Duran and Watkins. I think easier to say now after it has happened, but maybe they could have kept Duran and sold out Watkins because his value also was quite high at that point.
But it's a mad cash grab from Duran.
It was.
Mad cash grab. 6 months to Saudi, then Chow, then be playing with.
Yeah.
But I think United dodged a bullet a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, so. Watkins has a history of like scoring goals and stuff, but he's not really that young, and I think we kind of dodged one there. But again, I thought Villa was going to smash Sunderland after they were men down, but Sunderland, guys, the fight they put in, they were not sitting back, guys.
Stadium of Lights,
bro, they were not sitting back, bro. They were really going all out. Granit Xhaka was leading the line. Crazy, yes, yeah. Sunderland. Also another exciting team that I love watching now.
And they play a good brand of football, bro. Like, it's not as if like just a coaching corrupt anyhow play. They actually have a game plan.
Yeah, so
not bad.
So
they survive. They survived the Premier League this season.
Yeah,
they confirm.
I think among the 3 promoted teams, they are the best looking to me, you know.
Yeah.
Among the 3.
They confirm survive.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's usually the last 3 seasons, all the 3 promoted gets demoted.
Rabak.
Right?
Yeah. They will suffer. Yeah, they will suffer. Yeah. And then I think the last game we have is Burnley versus Forest. It was a 1-1. Again, another beautiful goal by Neco Williams. But I think the match was pretty much a stalemate the whole game. But yeah, I think that's all the game, guys. Right? All right. Now let's move on to our favorite segment. I think it's our favorite segment. The player of the week. Player of the week, boys. What do you guys think? Who are your player of the week?
My player of the week is Matthias de Ligt.
Tough, man.
Nice.
Matthias de Ligt.
Yeah. Mate, what do you think? Who is your player of the week?
Tough one, man. My player of the week.
Wow, actually this week, right, is tough to pick.
So
there's a
tough.
lot of as you're thinking, I have one. I'm gonna give it to Eze for changing the game. For changing the game, I felt he deserved to start. It was horrible on Arteta's part for not starting him. I think if he started, I think Arsenal would have won. So Eze has got to be my player of the week. Impactful, bro. Actually, this week got a lot, but never mind, he just won. Go. Mate, what do you think?
I am going to go for the goal machine. He ripped I was watching it. I was like, hey, how come? He's so far ahead already. Erling Haaland, the guy,
Yeah.
he's a machine. He's a machine, and he shows that he doesn't have that many chances, but the chances he has,
He
it's at
scored
the
he
back of the
scored on his weaker foot as well.
yeah, on his weaker foot, and just the how far he and Gabriel were apart at the end when he
Yeah.
took the shot. It's quite scary, we are talking about Gabriel, one of the better defenders in the league, and so I'll give it to Haaland.
All right. What about your team of the week, boys? I have Brighton as my team of the week. Honestly, even though they didn't really play super well, but they brought it to Spurs. They didn't just sit back at home. They went out and try to get the win. So for me, Brighton.
Okay, for me, I'm
Nice.
going to go quite an odd one, but I'm going to give it to Leeds. I thought it was very important. The away from home relegation battle, I thought they did really well. Convincing win, 3-1, great free kick. Some of the new signings got on the board. I think it's a good springboard for them to carry on. So I'm going to give it to Leeds.
Nice.
I am gonna
Ish,
give
what
it
about
to
you?
I'm gonna give it to the team that beat the champions of the world this week.
United.
Yeah, because they were under a lot of pressure. I feel like
Yeah.
this United team was under a lot of pressure, and they started the game well. Energy. I like what I saw last. So I guess that's my team of the week.
Nice. Okay. Now this one is going to be tough. Okay. Goal of the week. This week we had so many bangers, bro. Who is your goal of the week?
Mine is Gabriel Martinelli. I think it was the
wow.
ball from Eze.
But
I
that
tell
one
you, there's
assist
two
of the
things.
week.
Correct. There's two things I play, right? It's the ball and they run.
The finish.
And it was perfect. It was like poetry in motion. And that's the only way to beat Donnarumma is to put it on top of him that you cannot catch. It was a class
It's
goal
beautiful.
from my beautiful, beautiful goal.
That's the
What
kind
about
of
you,
thing I
Mick?
would have expected Gyökeres to be doing, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
To make those
for
like running,
Martinelli to
right?
do it, Martinelli
Yeah.
to come on and do it. Yeah. For me, it's going to be the Leeds, the German
Ooh,
midfielder, the
Anton
free
Start.
kick. Yeah, that is the one.
So Bosley-esque.
Yeah,
Maybe Maddie won't agree, but that was really, really at the top. If you go and watch the replay, it's like really,
yeah,
really at the corner, boy. It's like really top bins.
Yeah.
Actual top bins. Pretty crazy.
yeah.
Oh man, I had a tough time picking. I'm gonna go with Matty Cash for this one. I think it was a well taken shot, and yeah,
So the
I
keeper
guess
could have
he was
saved
just
it now. The keeper
Yeah,
he
so
was
okay,
right there.
I think the sunlight was on his face,
that's why he
The
couldn't
sunlight
shoot.
was on his
Uh,
face. So I think so
Yeah,
because he's an excellent keeper. So I was like, how come you save all the others, but this one you cannot save?
yeah.
So
right.
I
It
think the
was a bit
sunlight could have
weird,
been.
no? But it was a very
Yeah,
good shot.
It
But it
was. It
was like
was.
very good.
it was
Really
right
good.
here and just went past
Yeah,
like
His body was also
yeah.
awkward a bit, like, but yeah, I give it to Matty Cash. All right, the last one, our Ballon d'Or. What do you guys have for your Ballon d'Or? I have mine. I'm gonna say mine first. It's got to be Wolves this week for still not having points on the table. I think it's tough. I thought they could do it against Leeds at least at home. What about you boys?
For me, I'm gonna go. It's quite sad lah. I'm gonna go with my coach, Mikel Arteta.
Ooh.
Yeah, very very disappointed. Extremely disappointed. I thought he was so cowardly. He was so poor. It showed a man who for no reason was fearful, and he kind of succumbed. They dropped 2 points. It's 2 points drop. And
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to add on. I forgot to add on during the Arsenal segment. After the equalizer, right? Don't celebrate. Please don't celebrate. The players and the manager don't celebrate because there's nothing to celebrate. Celebrate in May when you win the league. We'll celebrate with you. When I was watching with at home and they scored the equalizer, I was like, take the ball and go to the center. And
Yeah.
then I saw the players running into the crowd. I saw Mikel Arteta by the touchline, pumping up and everything. I was like, wait, what are we doing here? Like, I don't understand. You are happy with a draw. And then you went on to take out Zubi Mehdi to bring on Mosquera to protect the draw. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So it's him lah. It's him. And I hope he changes, because if he doesn't, then yeah, it's just sad lah.
I hope not, because we need more memes. I'm sorry, but Arteta, please provide us with more memes. But yeah, Ish, what's your
I
balloon
think
report, bro?
mine was Enzo Maresca's head loss.
Ooh,
I think it was a proper head loss. I
it
do not
was though.
understand
It
what was
was
going through
though.
his head. It was a complete head loss. I've never seen likes of this. Like legit.
I think
That's
this week
good.
there was a lot of weird decisions,
A lot, a lot.
by
No, no.
managers, right? Like really, like just weird week of football. But it was good.
So
It was good for us.
yeah.
I
And
guess.
so there's this guy who posted this online, and then he said Enzo Maresca is the kind of guy who will put his house for sale if he sees a cockroach in it. Up the Charles, always keep the blue flag flying high.
But yeah, but I mean, I think he's got to admit it himself. I think it was pretty horrible horrible decisions that he made. Yeah, just I yeah, how I can't explain this, man. But yeah, that's all, man. Thank you everyone for
Thank
watching
you.
in.
FPL?
Oh wait, I forgot. You're right. Let's check in the Oh, Maddie not here. We forgetting things, bro.
Okay lah.
Ayo, Maddie, this is Balloon Debo should have been Maddie not being here.
Correct.
Okay, let's go through the FPL. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm just loading this.
Let's see where we all are first.
Let's look at the odd league. I think it was a difficult week for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, why is this? Hold on, my phone is jamming up. Okay, still at number 1 we have Nitin, 42 points. Hari G from third, I think last week, has gone up to
Oi.
second. Daddy, very tired. So shout outs to Hari G. Murali, unfortunately, has went down. I have Ilanga, Johnson, and then among the pack, let me see, mid 6, you are going down, bro.
Yeah, bro.
39 points, CRP at 6
I had a
now. I
bad
think
week.
last week you were like 4th, was it?
Last week I was third or fourth, can't remember.
3rd or 4th, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this week dropped.
You got 39.
Mandem, we have Mandem FC on the 15th.
Mandem FC going down 41 points.
Yeah.
Maddie, who is not here. Oh, good day, United. I'm going up. Looks like I had a pretty decent week. And what about Bruno Dos Tres, bro? Do you wanna say it yourself or?
So I am on the ascendancy downwards with 46 points and 219 total points. I feel I have. And by the way, I've activated my wildcard this week. It's time for a change. It's time for this idiot of a striker in the name of Ollie Watkins to get the hell out of my club. I sack him.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the table, guys. And the guy with the most points this week is Sean Tobin. Isa at this game. He's got 66. He's got 66
Sean Tobin
points.
is
He's
my
the
friend.
highest among
He lives
all
in the
of them.
UK.
Nice. So he did a pretty good job.
Arsenal
He
fan.
has a pretty nice team.
Oh,
No
nice.
Arsenal players there though. I don't see any.
Yeah,
Arsenal players
that's why he's got the highest, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
But something the issue with my team this week was I had 2 people on my team who had red card. But I was very fortunate, bro. I was very fortunate. I still
had
did quite
Sanchez.
okay. I had
Yeah.
Sanchez and then I had Ronaldo, bro. 2 red card
Oh.
for me.
Even
But I
then
survived.
you survived.
Even
Not
then I
bad.
survived. Yeah, man. I survived. So I'm pretty happy this week. Hopefully next week we'll keep on going up. Because from the looks of it, Ish, I don't think we have any chance in next year's United jersey. But
Please do
you
not
have
say like this. Not with that attitude, okay? Not with that attitude.
but mate, you actually have an actual decent chance. But it's only game week 5, everyone. It's only game week
Yeah.
5. I think everyone still has a chance. Our top fella has just touched 300. He's on 319 points. So I think everyone has a chance still. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We're pretty good. All right. I think that's all for game week 5, guys. Thanks, Meet, for coming on again.
Thank you,
It's always a
boys.
pleasure. It's always a pleasure. It's very nice. Hopefully, it was so nice the second time. We're gonna make it thrice or so. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. So from now on, I will let the game finish. Then we will talk about me coming in because I'm scared already lah. Very scared of this podcast lah. This
oh
podcast
my
is
god.
sacking my manager.
But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, don't forget to subscribe and share our videos. Tell your friends, tell your family, watch us, and help us grow. And thank you so much. And we'll see you in game week 6. We are the
6.
Odd Set. I'm Haikal.
I'm Ish.
I meet. Good night.
Peace.